all the news in hobbies and video games and collectibles and everything that's coming up in the last couple of weeks. My first story today is going to be about how the collector card industry is making a huge comeback. Absolutely huge. It's kind of a throwback to when we were all kids. I'm sure a lot of people in my age bracket did that when they were kids. They collected baseball or hockey or basketball cards. Uh, Kind of a common thing, generally led into collecting other things, whether it be Magic the Gathering or Pokemon or whatever. And yeah, it's just kind of a cool thing that's coming back. It's kind of cool to see a lot of old companies that I thought were long since dead and gone are now coming back into it. Upper Deck, Tops. Yeah, it's just a really cool thing that collector cards are starting to come back. Another thing for kids to do. Kind of cool. And then for our next story, this is a story that's coming to us from Lebanon. A former race car driver in Lebanon, who for the better part of the last 35 years has collected model cars, whether it be die casts or actual plastic assembled models. He has been collecting for 35 years, has over 50,000 vehicles of different types. And he's gone and turned his hobby, his passion, into a business. He's turned his model car collection into a museum. Kind of a cool thing. And then last but least, this is a Canadian story, which is kind of near and dear to my heart. What this is about is helping veterans to deal with the trauma and stuff that they've gone through. Veterans with PTSD. It's basically helping veterans deal with trauma that they've experienced through building scale models. And I know for myself, this is near and dear to my heart because my family is involved in, has been involved in the Canadian Armed Forces for a long, long time. And the fact that the Canadian Legion, which is the same as Veterans Affairs, is now promoting people to get into scale model building to help them cope and deal with trauma, to help with depression. This is all stuff that I've personally gone through, and I use scale model building as a coping mechanism for it. So, like I said, very near and dear to my heart. I think that this is super cool. I really recommend that people do this kind of stuff, support these kind of programs, because it's a big deal. There's still a huge stigma around mental health nowadays, and this is a good way to help people get through it.
All right. And here we are. We got all three of us going to talk a little bit more about those three spots real quick and what we think about those. With the trading card industry, you guys know I do Magic the Gathering, so I've been, watching the trading card market. And yeah, there's guys that sit at the stores on the day the delivery comes in for the trading cards, and they like pick through all those cards and stuff and get their best products and stuff. So yeah, no, I totally agree with you on the whole that's coming back and everything. Um, yep. And then let's go moving on next to the next one. Did it say like how big that car museum was?
It didn't say specifically where or how big the museum was, but with it being 50,000 different size models and diecast, I would assume it's going to be a pretty big place.
Yeah, that's what I was
You
like.
know,
That sounded pretty big.
yeah, and I mean, the photos that they did show that a lot of them were in like a diorama type idea. So it was different racetracks and stuff, so on and so forth. So yeah, I mean, I would assume that it's going to be a pretty big place. Granted, now it's it's in the Middle East, so it's not going to be necessarily someplace that all of us kind of get to, but still, the whole concept behind it is just amazing. That somebody is able to take a passion, a hobby, and that they really love and care for, and turn it into something like that.
Right. No, right. So, and then the last one is the veterans builds. That's a big thing here in America too. Like with what is it? The VFW. There's
Yep.
like their bingo hall. They'll convert their bingo hall and let people come in once in a while and give the veterans models and everything to paint up a model for a day and let the veterans just hang out and have a good time. What's nice about that is the VFW's got a good ventilation system and it's a big open room and stuff, so they can really just have a good time and do that. Uh, other than that, though, like the Veterans Affairs here in Minnesota, they don't really have too many programs like that themselves. So it's cool
Yeah,
when the VFW does it.
yeah, it was really cool to see that it was a program that's been instituted across Canada through all of the Canadian Legion associations, which is like I said, it's Veteran Affairs for the states, and or the VFW, and you know, because my family has been involved in the Canadian Armed Forces for a long, long time, and it being a mental health thing for me, it's very near and dear to my heart. I love the fact that it encourages them to do something that helps them deal with their trauma. So yeah.
All right. And Jake, you have a video to share?
I do. Let me pull it up.
All
Hey
righty.
everybody, it's the Desert Rose, and you're watching a supply drop. I got a supply drop from my friends over at Clarksville Hobby Depot, so if you want to go give them a check out, you can get new or old
What's
model
going on?
kits, high grade to master grade, and even stuff for pre-order. So I want you guys to go on over to ClarksvilleHobbyDepot.com and check out some new stuff. But what I got to show for you is something new.
Where's the
I'm super
video?
excited about. It is the Don Tropin, the MS
Jake.
09F.
Where's the video?
And this is it. Let's see what you get.
It's weird. I clicked share.
Incredible art and amazing pictures in this. Super cool.
So I got the audio, but I'm not getting the video.
That's weird because the video is showing.
Like, so over here on mine, it's not showing.
Yeah, I'm only getting the audio.
That's weird.
It's very weird. So computer control. Jake will be back, guys, in just a moment. This happens once in a while, and we'll just power right on through it. So I'm Web C, and I'll be sharing my story next, and we're going to be talking about. Jake, you can come in here too. So we're going to run mine real quick. So, the Twin Cities Train and Railroad Museum is hosting its biannually meet, and that's like means once in the spring, once in the fall, they get together and they have a meetup. And I'm gonna try and make it down there this Saturday afternoon to that meet, so I can do a walk around and film, see if there's any competitions that I can look forward to doing next spring, like a diorama competition or something, and maybe pick up a couple trains to paint up really cool for my father-in-law for Christmas for his N scale dinner, because that's what he has. He has N scale, which is pretty close to the 144 scale size for Gundam, and that's one of the reasons why I like N scale so much, is because it's got a really cool scale size, and it matches pretty nicely with the real grades, the new real grades that are coming out. Everybody says their scale's a little off. Well, their scale matches really nicely with that but the older 144s, the bigger, bulkier 144s, don't match so much. But next, I've got this video I want to share with everybody from the scale model. So I'm gonna get rid of us, and we're all right, and that is pretty cool, right? So
That is
that's
cool.
kind of what I'm gonna go get myself into this weekend. And so anybody that's watching in Minnesota, that's gonna be at the state fairgrounds at the educational building, I believe they said. And the I don't know what the entry fee is, but hey, I mean, just show up and do it. The hobby needs to get a infusion of young people, and I think right now, like getting to the point where we're like post pandemic and everything, like we should definitely move ourselves into that area of like promoting young people getting back into the hobbies. And train hobbies are definitely cool for many reasons. It gives you diorama learning skills, it gives you scale learning skills, learning how to pay attention to appropriate scale size and why it matters, um, things like that. So yeah, that's definitely a big plus there. And for me, I had the last time I went, I had to have been like 6 or 7. It's been so long since I've been to it, but I'm sure it's going to be really exciting with all the new stuff that's going to be out. It's going to be pretty cool. And then I will be walking around promoting us, the Cutting Board Post. I'll be promoting What's in the Hangar, and I'll be promoting Keep Back Friday. Pretty much all our shows. Be getting a good promotion while I walk around, and I'll be talking to people and stuff, and maybe get some interviews and everything, and see how that goes.
Yeah, I know that myself. For me this weekend, Sunday, my local Gundam group is having a coffee meet and greet. We haven't had a meeting in over 2 years, so I'm going to be going there, and I will be, of course, pushing everybody to come over to Kid Bash Gundam, come take a look at what we're doing, come hang out with us, come see some of our live streams. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, and of course, encouraging people to get into the hobby.
Yep, definitely. All right, and there we go. So real quick, we're gonna give a quick shout out to our sponsors. We got we got Scott over at Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC in Tennessee. We have the Wicked Wookie and the Model Rocketeer. All of those people are super awesome, and they are helping pay and create content for us to move forward and create all the content we create for you guys. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. This has been another episode of the